Now that's a real man.
Freeze! Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling movies scene by scene. This is your host, the Rogue Lieutenant, that's a loose cannon, Jay Hunter. Joined as ever with the Detective Gruff, but with a heart of gold, Mr. OC.
Beardo.
And Captain Kayfabe. By the book, the rule book, V1.
Alright.
It's a Brucey bonus film review, WWE Countdown starring Dolph Ziggler, and it's coming up right now. Welcome, Noggers.
Pay. I should have said try. Bollocks. Try.
Oh, see, what's the crack?
I can't answer that question. It makes no sense.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I also am good.
Excellent.
And V1.
I'm good.
What is going on in here? Thanks for joining us for this impromptu Brucey bonus video. It's Dolph Ziggler's first feature film from the familiar tag team of WWE Studios and Lionsgate. If you're wondering, how are WWE Studios doing? At the end of 2015, how much have they lost?
22 million.
$22 million and $1.
You are disqualified.
We are going to enforce the massive country rule here.
The answer is over $33 million
Oh
lost.
my god, so he actually won. I hate you so much. I hate your guts.
So why? Why are they making these films? I think they make these films just so they can say we're not a wrestling company. Look, we're in the entertainment business. We're in the movie business, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's a vanity project.
But these are the types of movies that I've wanted to see. I want to see small, cheap movies starring wrestlers. I don't want to see bringing in Hollywood actors in a badly written, badly made movie. I want to see wrestlers in a badly written, because that's awesome.
Excellent.
Ooh, how did this come about? Cast your minds back to post-Mania 2015.
I already can't remember what happened there.
You will. Do you remember Dolph's contract was up and he was adamant he wanted to leave? Well, WWE offered him more money and with it, a chance to be a star. You want to be in the pictures, don't you? And Dolph Ziggler said, I'm going to Hollywood. And Hollywood he did not go. He resigned with WWE in June, and part of the deal is filming this straight-to-DVD wonder. What was he doing on TV at the time? Spiraling into the toilet with the most cringeworthy, embarrassingly shit angle he's ever been a part of, which is saying something.
Oh, is this the fucking Lana shit?
The love triangle.
Oh my god, look, try! it's going to ruin so
Yes.
many words and segments.
Just let's get it out. Yes, the love triangle with Rusev and Lana, or the love rhombus, if you include Summer Rae.
What's better name to name a cold fish after another very famous cold fish that we all know? Lana!
He came off like a complete dork. His gimmick is a fast-talking, cool womanizer. You know, kind of like Archer or something. He kissed...
No.
Well, no,
No.
he wished... No, he's not. He's not. Let's take that back. What is his gimmick?
He doesn't actually have one.
No, like, he's cocky.
That's not a gimmick.
Yeah, he's a show off.
He's a show off, and he's kind of good.
When is he shown off? What has he showed off?
His ability to not sell. His ability to get back up far too quickly. And he kissed Lana like he is afraid of women.
Again, though, like she's actually with Rusev, he's a terrifying man.
I was just thinking, maybe he took his acting cues from Tommy Wiseau. He starts grinding her belly button.
It's so gross.
How did he kiss her? Do you want to splicey down?
Oh, yeah. July 6th edition of Raw, Rusev slammed the show off throat first into his crutch, while Summer Rae took care of Lana. That's Dolph off TV for a whopping... How long does he spend filming this?
6 days.
Whoa, holy shit. They could bang out a movie every week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
6 days and 1 second.
6 weeks.
It took 6 weeks to make this. Wow.
So with artwork surfacing in February, with an April release, like I think the main reason we're doing this is the whopper first trailer released in March.
Yeah.
Rusev with a gun. He's got a gun and he's pointing it at Dolph Ziggler. And it's like, yes, sold.
This is going to be a special one. Like, let's do it to it.
So let's see what Dolph Ziggler, he's billed as such, Glenn Kane Jacobs, as opposed to See No Evil's Jacob Goodnight, and Catherine Isabel, cooked up in a month and a half.
Show me your back. Hang on.
Curtain up, mid-2000s WWE pay-per-view rock music greets us to Seattle. The setting for WWE Countdown. Oh my god. It's like I'm fairly sure I would have defended this in the mid-2000s.
Time has moved on. They don't have rock music in wrestling anymore. It's all, rap and R&B now because that's what's popular. Looking back, might not be a bad choice to get away from this generic American rock for a little while.
Is it
Fuck off. We meet our antagonist, angry Russian heel gun smuggler, who notices two folks entering his premises. He's here to show the world. Come on. Thanks to his partner, Carl Pilkington, and his shitty acting.
Oh my god. This guy is an actor, right? He's been out-acted by a wrestler. Get your head around that shit.
Nikolai the Ruski smells a pair of cops, so Ziggler shoots Carl in the chest and sees Smugly's illegal firearms. And kablamo! It was a sting all along! Pilkington's okay, he was wearing a bulletproof vest and officers swarmed to arrest the smuggler.
Don't blame Ziggler, like this guy was the sussiest, most obvious cop ever. You'd spot him a mile off.
What a world we live in, huh, Stan? Top brass cares more about covering their ass and not getting sued than actually catching the bad guys. And you're just worried about getting your pension. Am I right?
Walk away, Ray. Before you say something that you're really gonna regret.
Back at the precinct, yes, we see Lieutenant Kane. Everyone's a cop stereotype. Kane is the self-professed bottom line kind of guy. He's by the book but knows bureaucracy is BS. He's too old for this shit, but he's secretly approving of Dolph Ziggler. But Zigga Please is the wisecracking, rule-breaking, get things done by any means necessary, good guy detective. Why are they in Kane's office? Internal Affairs Lieutenant Julia Baker, who, as well as having very poor inhaler technique, suspends Ziggler for being reckless. She's played by actress Catherine Isabel. And do you know her, Catherine Isabel?
She's in Being Human, the American version. I've seen her in a few other things. She's very hot.
Bit of trivia, she was also in See No Evil 2.
Yes! Oh my god, she must love Kane. She's like, I will only work with Glenn Jacobs.
Why does she have the JR voice?
Because she's a Yank. They all sound like that, even the women.
Yeah, See No Evil 2, absolute shit. Oh my god, because See No Evil 1 is probably my favourite WWE film, you know?
Yeah, like, it's either that or Austin's first movie.
Yeah.
2 was bollocks. 2 was like Jason X. It's that bad.
Anywho, she is from the OPA, the Office of Professional Accountability. She is the no-nonsense company woman, a working stiff.
She's like flirting with him and she's not taking this very seriously, and like it's completely out of tone with what this character should be, because she's meant to be the fucking brass coming down to shut Ziggler down. But she's hot, so who fucking cares? Also, there's like a tiny clip here where Kane is like, you know, facing the camera, and for like 2 seconds he's the ringer for Eamon Dunphy. It's at 8 minutes 44 seconds.
Can you give us a name?
Dunphy, like, baby.
Yeah,
No Bill.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
absolute cobbler's bill.
Frame pictures of life before, now fractured, lie on the floor.
At home, with licensed music flicking you in the ear, we find Ziggler languishing in his dead son's Mickey's rooms. Now, we find Ziggler... Not his dead son's Mickey. That's
Sorry.
We find Ziggler languishing in Mickey's room, which is his dead son's room.
Much better. Much better.
Only Irish people call Mickey Dick Mickey.
Dick Mickey.
It's supposed to be this heartfelt moment, but it's fucking 15 minutes into the movie. How invested do you think we are in the character of Ray Thompson at this point? Like,
I didn't realize his
It's
name
more
was
like-
Ray until over an hour into this movie. He was Ziggs.
because he's closer to like, hello, Mr. Thompson.
Now, when I say hello, Mr. Thompson, and press down on your foot, you smile and nod.
No problem.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
I think he's talking to you.
Beautiful.
Oh, his original name was Ray Fitzpatrick, but I don't think Ziggler could do an Irish accent.
Potato. Oh, that would have been great.
Even, you know, Fassbender, isn't he like half Irish? Why is his Irish accent terrible then? Like?
When's he done an Irish accent?
Magneto.
Yeah, Magneto.
It's so funny.
Everything you did made me stronger.
Unfortunately, you killed my mother.
Sure, would you leave the doors open at the end? Sure, what are you doing with yourself? Dolph gets a text from Cronin. Lurgan. Kane, Lieutenant Cronin. He's summoned to the police HQ as an envelope he received yesterday contains a link to a live video feed showing a young Russian boy held prisoner with explosives strapped to his chest.
Just like the WWE, he's back on the job one day after being sacked. Even in a fantasy movie world, they can't hold their stipulations. You're not officially back on the job. We just need you to completely figure out this case for us that we're utterly lost in.
Pro bono, like.
Yeah. Where he was suspended with pay.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I was like,
Who would complain about that?
Marks.
Vlad the Russian is holding this boy ransom for the oddly specific $2,112.35. Ziggler has 6 hours and 42 minutes to find and save this boy. And that's the plot of the film. The original name for the film was 642, but then they renamed it Countdown.
I think 642 is a better name. Countdowns. That's all I can think of when I hear that. Bit of a weak main plot, like save this boy who Has not been in the movie yet. We don't even know his name. We don't know anything about him.
Not related to anyone.
Yeah, he's like a random... Do we know that the kid is Russian at this point?
Yeah, he says they're Russian. But let's see them save a Russian boy.
Yeah, so it's like a bit of a weak hook, honestly.
I actually thought, is that kid in Russia? Well, then that's that, isn't it? Like, but thankfully, he's in Seattle. Act 2. First plan is to give the Russian the money and track him with a GPS in the bag. What's Dolph's job on this mission? To carry bags. Where is the handoff, you ask? Why, at a WWE live event, of course.
Amazing.
That's so cheap.
Kayfabe shattering.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably get into this. Do you have any questions, Steve?
Yeah. So WWE is real in the universe of this movie. Is Dolph Ziggler in the WWE? And is Kane in the WWE? And if so, why aren't the fans pointing at him going, look, mommy, look, daddy, there's Dolph Ziggler bringing a bag in? Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay, there are three possibilities, Steve, because I've had to think about this kayfabe. One, Dolph Ziggler is a undercover cop. He's working two jobs. He's a mid-90s jobber, a journeyman.
That doesn't explain why people didn't recognize him, though.
Okay, number two, instead of joining WWE, Nick Nemeth became a cop.
That's better than
option C. Dolph Ziggler and Ray Thompson exist, and they both look identical to Nick Nemeth.
But then wouldn't people still be like, oh, look, there's a lad who's the ringer for Dolph Ziggler? Like, I really wish that they had gotten in like a cheeky line, like saying, oh, damn it, I'm late. I missed the Dolph Ziggler match. It would have been fucking great.
I imagine. Or
there was a Dolph Ziggler character, but it wasn't played by Nick Nemeth. It was just a different random
like Sandow or something.
Yeah, I was marked out to that. Or just some like random indie geek with bleached blonde hair, and he can be like, Dolph Ziggler. Would have been brilliant.
Who's at the Coliseum tonight? Why, there's the Usos, Roman Reigns, Santino, Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, which dates this as filmed before May 2015.
As Ziggler was making his way down to a seat to drop his bag off, I was like, this is so like real life. The crowd are completely dead. Like, this is the WWE to a T.
Shifty Russian Vlad picks it up and heads to the toilet to swap the bag out, and after subduing another officer, Ziggles gives chase. And now comes the peak of the film. Dolph runs around backstage and Rusev sees him and shoulder bunts him into the wall, grabs his gun and demands to see his ID.
But he didn't do it for the first bloke.
Yes.
So are they implying that Rusev is a Russian gangster?
There's tapping of noses there.
I don't get it. No, I loved it. This scene was amazing.
Ziggler says, oh yeah, let me get my ID, and super kicks Rusev and runs off as Lana smirks. No Summer Rae though, sadly. This movie is about evil Russians. Why the fuck aren't Rusev and Lana like the kingpins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 15 minutes into the film, Rusev steals the entire movie. I just thought bursting with charisma. I want to stay with Rusev and see what he does.
During this chase scene, there's like random cuts to like The Ascension doing their intro and Brock Lesnar's pyro. I'm like, what is this? This is just an advert for WWE live events during the middle of your movie. Ridiculous.
Yes.
Loved it though.
Yes. We get to see the New Day, the Lucha Dragons, and a quick shot at Gully Bullies there too.
Is he? I love a bit of Gully Bully.
Ziggler chases him up to the... Not him being the Russian guy. Not Gully Bully. Up to the rafters. No Sting, sadly. The Ruski cites this is about revenge, and when he moves to detonate the bomb, Ziggler shoots him in the head.
No one hears.
So the only man who knows where this kidnapped child is now has a bullet in his head. What now? His Russian tattoos are the next step. So Mr. Go It Alone, 6 partners in 2 years Ziggler, is saddled with the Miss Protocol and Procedures Julia Baker. They're the original odd couple. Yeah. There's 5 hours and 40 minutes left. Should have had Mike Knox on the job.
Oh yeah, you just like have a little clock up in the corner with his countdown.
The Knox o'clock.
Knox o'clock.
He'd have an extra 5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ziggler beats up the Aces and Eights in a tattoo parlor and gets results.
Which Knox is in.
I have to say, the action scenes for Ziggler, they're very much 3 steps and a cut. 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So
there was one really bad cut in the action scene in the cop shop when he was breaking out. Noticeable as fuck. Like, terrible.
The tats are that of a Russian drug addict, child molester, or rapist.
Lovely.
So, yeah, certain he's a heel. So it was okay to shoot him in the face. Dolph garrots Nikolai the gun smuggler from the opening scene and finds out the Russian consulate is in on it.
My God.
So Ziggles goes into the Russian embassy, fists flying, to go get him.
You have anything metal on your person?
Just this.
All these guys with fucking armor and guns and shit, and they don't stand a chance. These are all like trained KGB agents, and they're getting destroyed by Johnny fucking Copman. Oh, it's awesome.
Because have you ever been to the embassy? It's not a lobby. Like, there is a pre-lobby where you have to go scan all your shit in on a conveyor belt. You can't just walk in and say, "Good," you know. One of the suits takes a fucking Samoa Joe bump as well.
I didn't even realize that.
Kicks him downwards. Land on my back.
Nice. Splicey, please.
Ziggler stabs the consulate with a pen in the thigh and moves it to extort information. Wow, you stabbed a Russian consulate.
You are going to be extradited back to Moscow, and you're going to have a painful, slow death, mate.
And it's probably start World War III, right?
Yeah. I actually wrote that down. This is going to start a world war. There's a scene in I guess season 4 or 5 of 24 where Jack Bauer kills the...
Shh. Oh, God.
What?
The show was 15 years old,
I haven't
Steve.
watched it.
And are you going to remember what Steve said here?
Yeah.
Damn it. So can you hold your ears or something? Earmuffs. What do you say?
Haram, Mr. Bauer, you killed the Chinese consul. You are going to pay very dearly. It's so fucking right. It's amazing. Yeah. It's great.
I'll have a 3-in-1, please. Ziggles gets what he came for, the name and location of the bomb maker. Meanwhile, Catherine Isabel walks around town asking random Russian women if they've seen this boy.
That's hilarious. It's so stupid.
And what a result!
Yeah.
One of them has and knows the boy and brings her to the boy's father.
Yes.
Who notes the Russian that Ziggler killed? He used to live upstairs. So they go upstairs, have a rummage through his wares, and yes, he's been keeping tabs on Ziggler. Including, did you like the mock-up newspaper clipping?
Yeah.
And it's hero cop saves the day, and it's Ziggler in a cop uniform. I'd love to see who got paid to do this. Oh, Ziggles. With less than 90 minutes left, they meet the Ukrainian bomb maker, Slava. He's pretty amenable and gives them advice on how to disable the bomb and the location of their next adventure.
This is all working out really well for them. They don't need to put in much work. It's just this lady just happened to find that one girl who could speak English and translate to the poor kid's dad. What are the chances?
In this universe, pretty good. But before that, it's the good cops get bullied by the bad cops as Pilkington roughs up Ziggler and takes him back to the precinct to interrogate him. Turns out Ziggler is the top suspect and we get exposition time. Ziggler's son, Mickey, was killed 3 years ago by a drunk driving cop. Wait, do you care?
No.
Dolph unsuccessfully sued the city for $2 million, and they've found planted evidence of another phone, P.O. boxes, and bank accounts.
Why would that be a kayfabe reasoning behind him going to blow up a Russian child? That's an enormous leap of faith to jump onto that line of thinking.
It's about right for this film, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It kind of fell into place.
Everything
then.
just fits into place again. So, like, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, it makes no sense. Also, it was at this point that I realized, I was like, are there any black people in this movie? I don't think I've seen one.
Your man, there's a black cop that got tased.
He gets knifed.
Is he got shanked?
Yeah, that's okay. So there's one. Not much of a character there.
Also, oddly enough, Catherine Isabel, she said, I read your case file, Ziggler, and then she didn't know that he had a dead son. It's like, what do you think?
From Internal Affairs, she should know this guy inside out. Nope.
That's enough of that shit, as Ziggler smashes Carl's fucking orange head off the table and makes his escape.
Honestly, I was just so happy to have him stop acting. I was like, thank you so much, Ziggles. Oh my god.
Cue a Jungle Gym jamboree escape. Did you like this? Escape from the precinct.
It was not quite Terminator, but you know.
That is the most generous. He gives the jobbers the slip, stopped by a choke from Kane.
Choke slam him. Do it. Take a bump on your knee as well while you're at it. I would have made movie 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna get some kills right. Give it up.
Okay.
It's over.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry.
Oh, Ziggler, he does a nice down and hard kick sweep, but is eventually surrounded by officers and Kane with a beanie shotgun. He smacks Dolph a few times.
3 fucking times. Once is enough, mate. He said stop.
And he did stop.
He no-sold that third shot.
Sure, he isn't actually Dolph Ziggler. Ziggles notes the window washer.
Black man number 2.
There we go. He straddles him and ziplines to freedom, all the way to the bottom floor and out the door. Isabel picks him up in her car, and we're off to our main event. It's our main event! Ziggles and Isabel check out a building site, and she decides to give the movie its first and only jump scare. She's like, hey Ziggles, I got something for you.
Ray! Gotta call this in. We need more people.
Poverty booking, like.
I actually thought that this scene looked great. You know, it was like a logging area. There's a level in Alan Wake that made me think of that, and it was actually probably the scariest level in that whole game. So it was like, cool memories.
Are you awake?
Oh, fuck your marketing team. Fuck them so far. What a stupid thing to say. Like using his name as a pawn. Like, are you awake? I was like, no, he is. He's awake. It's a great game, though.
Evil gun smuggler Nikolai wants his revenge, and everything turns to a shitty green screen. Just when they're in the car.
In their car? Oh my god. That'd be fine if you were doing a fucking stunt, but no. They samurai cop the shit out of this. They're driving at literally 20 miles an hour and it's just speeding up the fucking state of your scene movie. Go fuck yourself. Can't take this shit seriously anyway. I wasn't in the first place, but definitely not now.
Our heroes are captured, but they fight their way out, never explaining how they break their ties. Because their arms are tied together, and then it's like, oh, I'm driving. You know?
Oh my god. Because it's about timing, Ziggler's motivation for being the way he is. And he's like, This day, 3 years ago, it was the saddest day of my life. I lost my son because my timing was off. And I swore, oh Lordy, I swore I would never be late again. And yeah, we're free. It was fucking shit. It was so bad.
And the heels cost themselves their lives. The grenade exploding in their moving SUV.
Which, when it exploded, was not moving.
To a stationary SUV that's on fire.
Oh my god. I'm so glad you noticed that. It was so bad. Oh my god.
Could he not have just stopped the car in the film and then cut to the burnt out car?
Yeah.
See, the problem is the film doesn't look cheap, so when you do something really cheap, it stands out.
It's really jarring, yeah.
You've got mail in genitalia. Yeah, it's not 2000s, but what's the news? Isabel has gotten an email in the massive movie font for emails so everyone can see it. I think it's amazing. Showing security cam footage of the Ruski smuggling the kid into the police station. So, haha. Well, it's like, here's a barrel that can fit a kid. Oh, it must be the kid. He planned to blow up the kid and the precinct.
Question for you there, right? So there was a scene when Ziggler and your one were driving to the logging area where she gets him to send a message to her friend Jennifer Marr. So obviously this lady has copped on that, oh shit, the kid and the bomb are in the fucking precinct. Everyone is in danger. I need to get everyone out. I need to warn people. Nope. I'll send an email. And then, something happens, I've done my part. No one's able to get shit on me.
Maybe she just has an amazing union, you know? And she's got a badge that says, work to rule.
Work rate to rule.
Yeah. Ooh, we also find out the meaning of $2,111.35. $2 million to incriminate Ziggler, what he sued the city for and didn't win over his dead son, and $111.35, which is what Vlad the kidnapper's brother had on his person before he was booked and shipped back to Russia and hung. See, because this was revenge for a dead brother, a blood debt. And Dolph needs to save the kid because he couldn't save his child in time. Ziggler and Bell pass by Mankind's boiler room and they find the kid sharp enough. That was fortunate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did she ring ahead to the police and tell them there's a bomb, get the fuck out?
I'm going to hope that she didn't, because even
it doesn't make sense when they get there. Like
they're like with the kid with the bomb strapped to himself, and they're like, get out, there's a bomb, and no one moves.
Just looking. What? What's that? And he's like, get out, they're all going to die. And they're all like,
Why not call the bomb squad? Because Ziggler needs to get his shine. The bomb maker, because they were going, oh my god, it's so complex, this bomb, no way we can touch it or whatever. And then the bomb maker's, yeah, just disable the latch, it'll be grand. Oh, well, fucking, grand. Movie fixed, you know. Dolph carefully gets the child out of the bomb harness with 10 seconds left. Taking way longer than 10 seconds. They run to safety and cut to the outside where WWE have spent a whopping $30 in After Effects and blow out the window.
Oh my god, this is like a scene out of a fucking episode of The Nerd. You know, he just like has the really cheap, it's awful. Although at least they had the common sense to smash the windows so it at least looked like there was some kind of explosive force.
All is forgiven with Save the Day Ziggler. A hug, punch the heel. Kane says, I didn't see anything. Walk off, freeze frame, and we're done. So, yeah, what did you think?
First of all, was shocked at how not terrible Ziggler was as an actor. I expected him to be considerably worse. He's okay. As long as he's not doing deep emotional stuff, talking about time and dead children, he is fine. Put him in any action movie. I don't know if he's a better actor than The Miz. The Miz is not awful either, but he's definitely better than Cena, he's better than Orton, he's better than Kane, he's better than, what's his face who's in The Marine 2? He's
Teddy. I got some money.
He's
It's
the
in my
worst
bag.
out of them all. He's the worst wrestling actor I've ever seen.
Ooh, Kane Kennedy. Behind Kennedy lines.
Kennedy lines. Oh, it's a tough. Kurt Angle as well. Oh my god! It just got yeah. There's some pretty bad acting out there. Dolph Ziggler is nowhere near the worst. I was actually happy with him. Kane is awful, but he's so funny just looking at him. He's enormous. He's so out of place. This guy being a monster is just playing the like generic Sarge character. I honestly thought that your one that popped. I don't even know what her character's name was.
Oh, Julia Baker.
Yes, Julia Baker. She was terrible in this movie, and she's not a bad actress. You know, just really bad fucking casting or writing.
Well, she was in See No Evil too.
But in saying that, I thought this movie was really easy watch. It was inoffensive. Kind of sad that the main event wasn't at the WWE house show. Like, if they had changed around the booking and had them go to the logging place and the cop shop, and then main event is the Fed show, that would have been so much better. But
if it was like under the ring, he was hidden under the ring.
Oh, with a Hornswoggle and DX with their fucking court. Oh my god! I can tell you what I did like. 1 hour 23 minutes. That's what I fucking liked. Easy watch.
Yes, one sitting, just pretty quick. It didn't feel like it as well.
I wouldn't recommend it because it's not so bad that it's good. It's just a bit of a nothing. It's really generic. It was fine.
Out of 10?
I'm going to say about 4 out of 10.
A solid Bret Hart.
Solid Bret Hart out of 10.
Well, I don't think WWE should try make serious films.
Anyway, would you class this as a serious film?
Well, it tried to be, which is the problem.
Okay.
Like, anyone that saw this film did so because the trailer showed Rusev with a gun pointing it at Ziggler. He super kicks him. That's gold. But we need a batshit crazy film with tons of WWE wrestlers. Like, if you go the serious route or try to make a decent action film, you just get a boring film.
Yeah.
You know? In its defense, they did drop a couple of F-bombs, and Ziggler did a middle finger. And that's nice to see in the PG era.
Yeah, there was a scene where he was talking to Julia, and he's going like, am I fired? No. Am I arrested? No. Then none of your fucking business. I was like, that was cool. It was kind of jarring. But yeah.
Yeah, there's no blood, there's no danger, no decent acting or writing or originality in the script. Evil Russians, fucking hell, you know?
Honestly, there's like no top heel in this movie because who they're chasing is always changing throughout the movie. So there's no one to really hate other than his cunty ex-partner. Like,
Ziggler should be buddy copping with Kane.
Yeah.
They should be together and be the original odd couple, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, the music in this. Horrific go away heat. It's just, I have no inspiration. It's just, this is a job, you know? This is the cheapest, you know, most available licensed soundtrack I can have, you know? As is, my synopsis puts the mark in unremarkable. All right, that'll do it. Let's fucking get out of here. It's enough time on this.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, well, clearly I didn't watch the movie.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Steve. Hey, what do you think?
Hey.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
So I won't. I think I'll give it a pass.
What did you think by what we said in the review? Does that interest you, stimulate you?
It sounds fucking complicated, honestly. But I mean, I'm sure it's not.
It was just a bit like all over the place. Didn't have good booking.
But I will watch the review, obviously.
Multiple times.
And on that bombshell. Hope you enjoyed our review of WWE Countdown with Dolph Ziggler. So it's a goodbye from Mosey.
They do.
V1.
Yeah.
And myself, Jay Hunter. A winner is you. Holy shit, like that. How long was that recording?
1 hour and 2 minutes.
That's very almost accurate. 1 hour, 2 minutes and a second. And he writes there.
I fucking hate you so much today.
They needed more of a budget, especially when they get caught by the gun smuggler and it turns to green screen.
But like, can you not just hire someone who's not acting in the scene to drive an actual car as the actors act in the back?
I saw them do it on Top Gear. You can have like someone drive and they'll actually be on a side chassis of the car that is out of vision.
Nice.
And they'll actually drive it from there so everyone else can just be, fake driving or whatever.
With the hands going crazy and the car is not swerving. What actor thought of doing that in the first place?
Yeah.
Did he not? Like,
can you imagine actually if people did drive like that?
Yeah, the roads would be unbelievable. There'd be like deaths everywhere.
So how are you driving your car today? Oh, milking a cow.
or is it your favorite, Jay, when people are playing video games?
Oh,
with the control pad.
Yeah.
They jam the buttons really hard and all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like,
or if they're playing on like a PS4 pad and then the sounds on the TV show was like Pac-Man, waka waka waka. It's like, what's this?